Good morning, children. Last day we started history first chapter, and we discussed where did people live, and we studied that people have lived along the banks of the river for several hundred or thousand years. So the people started living where they started living nearby. They settled nearby the bank of rivers. Why they settled nearby the bank of rivers? Only the reason is that water is sufficient. Okay, the water is available nearby the bank of rivers, and not only that, the fertile land is available in the bank of rivers, and transportation is very easy. That is the reason why the people are settled nearby the rivers. Okay, we know that most of the greatest cities are settled nearby the rivers because these are the reason. The people can travel one place to another through these rivers. It is very easy through boat or through ship or any kinds of used materials used through. They can travel easily. That is the reason. Then another one is that land is very fertile nearby the rivers, the bank of rivers. The land is very fertile, so that they can do the agriculture there. So all these things are the reason why they settle nearby the rivers. Then we studied about Suleiman and Kirtar. Okay, we located and these hills and these areas around 8,000 years ago. The women and men started to grow crops. Okay, and like wheat and barley. So that is why these places are very important. Then today now you have to trace the river Indus and its tributaries. Okay, so now just you open page number 2 and trace Indus river and its tributaries. Okay, where is Indus river located? In the east side of India, nearby the Rajasthan. Indus river is going through Afghanistan, Pakistan, and it is ended in India, and it is going through. That is the way, and its tributaries. There are many main tributaries: Jhelum, Chenab, Kaveri, Satluj. All these things are the Satluj, the Indus tributaries. Okay, so what do you mean by tributaries? Tributaries are smaller rivers that flow into a larger river. Tributaries are smaller rivers that flow into a larger river. Okay, so that is known as tributaries. Smaller rivers that flow into a larger river. One example I will say, we can take in Wayanad, very famous river, a larger river is known as Kabani. Okay, nearby the Manadavadi it is go through Manadavadi and Karnataka, going to Karnataka. So that is Kabani. So that is a major river. And in smaller river is there, that is Panamaram Pura, Cheringuli, all these things are smaller rivers. So these smaller rivers flow into larger river. It is reaching in the Kabani, and it becomes some more big and it will go through other areas. So that is known as the rivers. Tributaries means a smaller river flowing to larger river. Okay, I think you understood. Then around 4,700 years ago, some of the early cities flourished and on the bank of these rivers. Now also the famous and biggest cities are settled nearby the bank of rivers. Last day I said that is nearby the water bodies, most of the large cities are located. The reason also I said. Then later, about 2,500 years ago, cities developed on the bank of Ganga and tributaries along this sea coast. Okay, so now you just locate Ganga and tributaries also. Ganga and its tributary also you have to locate. Okay, then Ganga main river is there. Then Yamuna is a tributaries of one of the tributaries of Ganga, and many other tributaries also there. And in ancient time, the areas along these rivers in the south of the Ganga was known as Magadha. Okay, the ancient time, this south of the Ganga was known as Magadha, and this place were very famous place because the rulers of Magadhas were very powerful, and now it is lays in Bihar. The rulers were very powerful and set up large kingdom, and kingdom were set up in other part of the country as well. So it is a large city is known as Magadha. The rulers of Magadha were very powerful. We will study in other chapters about the Magadha detailedly. So then I will explain about the Magadha. So where Magadha located? South of the Ganga, Magadha was located, and now it is in Bihar. Okay. Then throughout people travel one place to another. Okay, travel from one part of the subcontinent to another. So what do you mean by subcontinent? Subcontinent means in the size it is not a continent. Okay, but we can't say that it is not a continent because the larger size is there, but it is not a continent. But that is why it is known as subcontinent. Okay, subcontinent, Indian subcontinent means where we are living in the Indian Union and Pakistan, Afghanistan, and China, the Nepal, all these areas, Bangladesh, all these areas together, Myanmar, all these areas together is known as Indian subcontinent. Okay, earlier period it is known as Indian subcontinent. Also, Indian subcontinent means it is not a continent as a size, it is not largest, but it is a large area, so it is known as subcontinent. Okay, then throughout people travel from one part of the subcontinent to another. The hills and high mountains, including Himalayas, desert, rivers, and seas, made journeys dangerous at the time, but never impossible. So these journeys was very dangerous, but it is not impossible. People like to travel. Why they travel? The reasons. Men and women moved in search of livelihood. Okay, they started to search for livelihood. Then also escape from natural disasters like flood, droughts, and earthquakes. All these things for escaping natural disasters, they travel one place to another. And someone joined armies for capturing other lands. Then someone travel for trading, and someone travel for finding out new places, and as adventure someone travel for discovering other places. They travel. These are the reason why they travel one place to another. So all this traveling gives lot of informations, new ideas. Okay, they travel one place to another, and from this travel they capture lot of ideas and lot of inspirations they got, and new ideas, and like that development is happen. When they travel one place to another, they find out some kinds of other experiences, and that they started to practice. Like that they weaving cloth, all these things are finding out by through this traveling. Okay, so always these travelings make help. Okay, it is helping. Now also this traveling is helping us to study new things. So like that the people travel one place to another place in a different reason, but they got new ideas and new technologies, and like that they developed. Okay, I think you understood all these things. And now we are going to names of land. Names of land. Okay, now we are using for India. Okay, our country's names is known as India or Bharat. Okay, these many names, some of the names are there. So how these names are originated? The two words, the two of the words we often use for our country are India and Bharat. The word India comes from the Indus called Sindhu in Sanskrit. Okay, so already we located Indus River. Okay, Sindhu River. Indus River in English it is known as Indus, and in Sanskrit it is known as Sindhu River. So you already find out. So who are living east of the Indus River, they were known as Indians. India, they were, okay, that is known as Indians. The Iranians and the Greeks who came through the northwest about 2500 years ago and were familiar with Indus, they are called the Hindus or the Indos. They are called Indus like the Hindus or Indos. And the land to the east of the river was called India. The names of Bharata was used for the group of people who lived in northwest area. Okay, northwest area who are living, the name of Bharata they were used. Okay, so these are the words and who are mentioned in the Rig Veda, the earliest composed in Sanskrit. All these things are there. So the name Bharata India came how we studied. It is mainly it is coming from the river India, the originated from the river Indus. Okay, who are living the east side of Indus River, that place were who are the places that place were known as India's. Then Bharata, who are the northwest of areas living that areas known as Bharata. So I think you understood very well these portions. You have to locate these areas and understand it, and some more work I will give. So you have to do and up to date, and all of you have to do, all of you have to watch the videos and do the works. Okay, every day. So regularly you have to do, then only you can understand these things. So please do the works regularly. And who are not doing regularly, I will inform the school, and maybe they will the principal or someone call them, and so don't do that one. So please do the works regularly. Okay, thank you.